Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and coffee stream episode 480. We have 20 to go before 500 happens. And today is Wednesdays with Skep. And Mr. Skep is with us today. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on, Blind Press. You sound good. I'm
I
checking
am
out
good.
your new short hair look.
Yes, see, let me take off my headphones for a second so
So when
everyone
did you
can
do
see.
this?
It is all gone, you guys. It is all gone.
When did you do this?
Yesterday.
Okay.
I did it. Yeah, I had an appointment with. It's a family friend actually. She owns a hair salon,
Hmm.
and she's been in my life since before I was out of my mother. Um,
Okay.
she and my mother were roommates back in the day.
Yeah.
When my mom was pregnant with me, and now that she has her salon and now that like I'm going to her like I will not let anyone else touch my hair. Basically, um she's awesome. Like I trust her with my hair, and her salon is so um what's it called? They treat you very very well. Like you can tell they deal with disabled people a lot,
Hmm.
because they're just oh, do you need guidance over to the sink? Here, just take my arm. And they're it's not at all awkward, and like you can tell that it's not just because I'm the owner's friend. You can
Yeah.
tell that they know how to treat somebody with a disability.
Yep.
And it's very
It's
refreshing
it's
because
so easy and natural. If you just
yeah,
you know
if you just like,
treat them exactly like you would any other human being.
who's this angry feminist? Shut up, Fury.
For a kitten. Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
So, I would like to go on a little bit of a rant before we
Sure.
look at more
Kick us
more stuff.
off.
So, I noticed as I was looking for news to talk about today that everything is a fear mongering fest. Like, more than usual. Like, everything is Omicron variant. Omicron, 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 Omicron. And I go to click on I go to click on this stuff, and about 90% of it is behind a paywall. And it's like, it's like they're not only is the media trying to scare the crap out of us, but it's like, here, you must pay us for us to terrify you, right? Give us your money and then we'll scare the shit out of you. So, like, not only are we making you
So
pay for
so
news,
it's like the government.
right? Not only are we making you pay for news, which should be free in the first place because it's fucking news,
Yeah.
and then not only are we making you pay for us, but we're also making you pay so that we can instill nothing but terror in you, because the Omicron variant is here, and everybody was getting vaccinated, and like the masks were starting to come off, and Christmas was coming up. So holy shit, Omicron has to come out, and everybody needs to get terrified again, because fear is the only way that they're going to get us to do anything right now, because the rest of us, like most of us, are just going to go fuck you if people try to lock down again. It's ugh, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Blind Press's hair looks different. Yes, it does, Costin.
We have had our first Omicron death in the UK, according to for a kitten.
Ah,
Granted, it was a 90-year-old man with a list of pre-existing conditions, but Omicron death, everyone.
yep. There's people in the British Columbian government, the province of British Columbia, is urging families to have small gatherings this holiday because there are 44 cases of Omicron in the
Yeah.
entire fucking province of British Columbia. You know, BC is not small. Like, just, like, it's not a huge province, but it's not a tiny province either. Like, it's a good sized chunk of land. And
What you guys call a small province would be a very
like
large state in the United States.
PEI is a small province.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah, Prince Edward Island. What is the
Prince Edward Island is a small province. Like, Nova Scotia is a small province.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's like 2,000 square miles. I had no idea.
Morning,
Is
Seamus.
it small? That's an entire province.
Yep.
Okay, good to know. Things a Texas boy just ain't taught.
Mind you, now, Fury. Fury says, at least about my hair, at least it's asymmetrical. If it had been the one side short, I would have been concerned. Yeah, no. I told my friend, I said I want a pixie cut. I said I don't want to look like a Karen. And she goes,
feminist Karen haircut. Yeah.
She goes, I would never do that to you. You should know. I'm like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's actually a video up on my Instagram of the actual like hair chopping where she chops off the excess hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's up on the it's up on my Instagram. I have the video of her chopping off my hair, and then I have another clip of when it's all done afterwards.
And
so it's posted. No, I posted the two. Like I edited them together. Okay.
Yeah,
like the clips are together. So and it's posted up on it's posted up on the Instagram.
Sorry, my attention's being divided because we're babysitting a puppy for a few weeks. And this is like a 6-week-old puppy.
Aww.
So she's gnawing on my hand, trying to crawl over the microphone and so forth. And I
Good morning, trucking with a tablet.
Anyway,
is that what's bumping your mic? Is the puppy?
Yes, she's gnawing on the 2x4 that I shoved up under the table.
No!
And she's gnawing on the 2x4. It's working out great. There's splinters all over the place.
Oh, good.
Anyway.
Wonderful. So yeah, it's just so frustrating that the news is not only, the media is not only trying to terrify us, but wanting us to pay them
to terrify us.
It's like, what the fuck?
I don't think that's wrong. The problem is that the major news outlets, for example, become so overtaken by the narratives that their corporate masters want to push that that's what rules the day. And the corporate elite are very free with other people's money.
You know? Very true. And it's very sad.
It is. It's very sad. The Democratic Party in the United States has become the party of big business. Kid you not.
It's true. And it's the same with, like, if you look at the Liberal Party in Canada and the Democrat Party in the States.
Yeah.
They're fucking carbon copies.
Oh, they really are. Yeah. Almost lockstep.
And so, like when Joe Biden said we want 98% vaccination, right? When he said that, the next day Trudeau was like, we want 97% vaccination. It was like, are you serious, dude? Like,
they're both pathetic in different ways, but they're both pathetic. I can't believe that these are the people who get to be our leaders.
Yeah.
absolutely blows my mind sometimes when I think that a free people elected Justin Trudeau.
Well, and the
In,
sad thing is that there weren't that many people that elected it. Like, that's the shitty part about our system,
yeah,
right?
is that
Is
yeah
that the minority of people can elect somebody that fucking inept.
yeah
Because
exactly
if you look at, like, and then you get people from Alberta who go, it's all of fucking Ontario that elected Justin Trudeau. And then you get most of the people outside of Toronto and Ottawa going, no, you morons. We hate that motherfucker. But there are so many people living in Toronto and Ottawa that they outweigh all of us, right? And
yeah
it's so frustrating.
yeah
But like if you look at so I'm looking at my trending, my Google News trending,
hmm
and just the headlines. Ontario reports 1,808 new COVID-19 cases ahead of expected announcement on booster shots. Alberta reports 20 Omicron cases. And then,
20.
yeah. And then there's a
How
weather
many deaths?
none yet. Then there's an article about weather. Then there's a thing about NASA, which I grabbed for us to actually read. Um, but then it goes back to COVID.
Yeah.
Like you know it's back to COVID again. Health Canada is Health Canada checks on traveler at home when he's supposed to be in quarantine hotel.
Yeah.
It's like COVID,
Well,
COVID, COVID, COVID. It's like, Jesus Christ. There's other things happening in the world that need to be talked about.
but this is a way they can control you. This is the way they can tell you what to do. This is the way they can extract more money from you.
Yeah,
Take more of your life away. That's
it's
what's really going on here.
exactly. And then they sit and they'll sit there and shit on people like us. Oh, you're not real. You're not a real. You're not doing anything real. That's where the get a real job comes from, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Oh, I'm a content creator on YouTube. Oh, that's not a real job. Um, I'm sorry. I put in a fair amount of time and work and
Seems like a job. Feels like a job. Damnedest thing. I don't
It's
know.
like I
I always thought it could be a job.
get a real job. Oh, okay, that sounds. You know what that sounds like to me? Learn to code. That is their version. That's what they. I think that's what they're trying to do because they got pissed off that people said learn to code as a meme,
Yeah.
right? But they didn't know it was a meme, so now they're like, oh, get a real job. And it's like, I do have a real job. It's just a different type of job than what you think it is.
Yeah, I've known some of the top coders in America. I've gotten to know two or three of them, and they live in a different world.
Yeah. Fury Kitten says, Omicron, 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 pay me. Omicron, Omicron, Omicron. Pay no attention to the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. Ooh, angry puppy.
Oh yeah.
Talik says it's a tax on sanity. Yep.
What's your opinion about that Ghislaine Maxwell trial?
I think it should be. It should absolutely be public.
Yeah, baby.
I think there. I
Get it on out there.
I want to know what the hell they're hiding.
You want to see the evidence made public and all that
I
stuff.
want to
Right?
know there's a lawyer that Nick Rekieta, the guy, remember the guy that we watched during the Kyle Rittenhouse trial?
Mm-hmm.
That the lawyer that was streaming it.
Yes.
So Nick Rekieta has a friend who is actually sitting and watching, like in the courthouse. He's watching the proceedings and he's taking notes on it. And he kind of like pops into Nick Rekieta's streams and gives like a little update. And he's been making videos on it. It's kind of thing, because he absolutely thinks like it should be public. Like, and it should.
Right. I agree. I couldn't.
Great. Now I've got it.
Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Sorry, go
Yep.
ahead.
Duck Dog says, "Great. Now I've got a George Thorogood song stuck in my head." Why? Because of the growling dog. And then Seamus says, maybe they don't want to cover the Maxwell trials because it will expose the heads of the media companies. Yep. That's very true.
You forgot to say again. Seamus.
Again. Yep. Again. Yep. So what kind of puppy is that?
This is a pardon me.
Other than
I am so sorry. I'm trying to conserve my voice. I don't know why my voice is leaving, but I must have got this from Prospero, even though I live in Texas and she lives in Virginia.
Yes, she gave it to you through the internet.
It's that yeah, it's a one computer viruses, and so I apologize for that.
It's all right. I'm just loading up a news article here for us to look at.
Oh, what's the subject matter?
So I did grab a couple that weren't COVID.
Yay. Well, I'm just done talking about COVID.
I know. I'm so fucking sick. And the other thing is, I'm so sick of everybody's like all the news, China. It's like, yes. China is doing bad things. What are we doing other than talking about it?
Right.
Nothing? Then shut up.
Right. Bingo.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm so sick of the so many articles on China. It's like, either do something about it or shut up about it. Talking about it incessantly and doing nothing about it is just going to make things worse, because it's honestly like, it's, as Pincalo likes to say, it's the Chinese government that we should be upset with, right? Like, the Chinese people are kind of, it's like, you know how when you have an abuse victim?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like, that's kind of what I would picture citizens of a communist country to be.
Yeah.
And their government should be held fully responsible. And the amount of people that are becoming hateful towards actual Chinese people because of what their government is doing is not good.
It isn't. And people who are, might be ethnically Chinese,
yeah,
but actual Americans.
Yeah.
That's or Canadians or whatever, or just treating another human being that way, just on the basis of fear and suspicion is a bad thing. That's just bad karma.
It helps nobody. It solves nothing.
It just adds a little misery into the world, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah.
Selected Boy says, I'm sick and tired of COVID. So am I, Selected Boy.
Yeah.
It's not good at all, especially in New York. Oh, I can imagine, Selected Boy. Like, with anywhere where there's a large, like a Chinatown, something like that.
Yep.
it's just it's getting bad. So let's see here. We've got a speaking of Chinese things. We have a former space engineer, like former Canadian space engineer, who has been charged by the RCMP. So we're gonna read about that. And I've found, yeah, it's one of the few things that's not COVID. um, and this is one I actually didn't hear about until I found this article. I was unaware of this man being being charged. So let's, if I can get to this frickin' screen share button. Oh my god, I can't wait to get that new computer ordered. And now that Black Friday is over, the delivery times have like gone back to 1 to 3 business days instead of weeks. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Like around Black Friday,
Oh yeah.
it was like, order this
I
now and get it near Christmas time. Or you could wait till near Christmas time and get it like within the same week.
I just don't respond to that anymore. I don't even respond to the time of year. You know,
Yeah,
when my wife and I want something, we sort of move as one. So what one wants, the other wants,
yeah,
and we get what we can afford when we want it, and pretty blessed at
exactly.
that. So anyway, former space agency engineer charged by Mounties claimed to have overseen major Canadian projects.
Yes.
What happened?
So let's see here. So this is a CBC article, and it was posted yesterday, December 14th. So Wang Ping Zheng, speaking of Chinese, who was charged last week in what police are calling, quote, a matter of foreign actor interference. Oh dear. Claimed publicly to have overseen a number of major Canadian aerospace projects. So I guess this is a foreign scientist who has been charged in some shady dealings, and he is now claiming that he has overseen major Canadian aerospace stuff, which I'm guaranteeing you is classified. And I'm also guaranteeing you has now made its way back to China.
Assuming China didn't already have it.
Yeah.
Their spies are all through our apparatus.
Yeah. Last week, the RCMP charged the 61-year-old, wow, Prasad K. Man with breach of trust. He's accused of using his status as an engineer at the Canadian Space Agency to negotiate satellite station installation agreements with Iceland on behalf of a Chinese aerospace company. Documents filed in court showed the alleged crime happened back in 2018. That's that's kind of a big deal if that's true, if it's proven.
Hmm. I just wonder, was he just someone with just extremely bad moral judgment or not?
I don't know.
You think he was an ideologue?
Pincalo says it's fucking stupid that I can't just walk into the Apple store, plop 2 grand on the table, and walk out. No, I have to order online. Yeah,
Because reasons.
and I just order online. You walk into the Apple store, say I want to buy a computer, and they take you to a computer and make you order online. Yeah, they do. They literally do. They're like, well, that's a custom order, so we
Yeah.
can't do it for you. So you have to order it online. Like the Apple Watch, which is also coming on with the computer, like that we can order and go to the store and get, but not the computer, cause potato.
Apple just is so bolted down.
Yep,
It's like some kind of weird dominance culture.
it is.
I
So
just do not like Apple. Sorry, go ahead.
this carries on to say, quote, we do consider this to be a matter of foreign actor interference. RCMP Inspector David Baudouin, I guess is how you'd say, the officer in charge of the operation for the Integrated National Security
Oh, it's
Enforcement Team.
Baudouin. It's Baudouin.
Baudouin? Yeah.
Baudouin. Baudouin. And that's spelled exactly like King Baudouin of Belgium, who is
Ah!
will be the last king of Belgium. Yeah.
So this
Anyway.
guy heads the integrated national whatever team, or as an acronym, INSET in Quebec, he said late last week. So a source with knowledge of the matter or of the investigation said the company Jung is accused of helping is called Spacey. That's kind of a shady name. It's a Chinese company specializing in satellites that can take high resolution images.
Of course it is.
Jesus
How's
Christ.
that Kickstarter?
Right? Spacey.
Spacey. Space. Thank you.
Spacey. Jesus Christ.
I
That's
don't even get that.
Oh my lord. In 2019, Jung stopped working for the CSA, Canadian Space Agency, which the RCMP described as part of Canada's critical infrastructure and, quote, a strategic asset meeting protection. Interesting. According to his Spacey biography.
Of course it is.
According to his Spacey biography, Jung, who sometimes goes by James as a first name, was a vice president of international business at Spacey as of June 2020. Oh my goodness. Spacey. That's. How ridiculous this is. Okay. A number of his fellow executives used to work for the Chinese Academy of Sciences. Interesting. The same Academy of Sciences that the scientists that got access to the biology lab in Manitoba worked for. How interesting. An arm of the Chinese government and China's space program. Isn't this interesting how everything seems to be connected? Jung's Spacey biography says he led the, quote, establishment. Ooh, an airplane. Led the establishment.
I did not hear that come over the wire.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And establishment of the implementation of a number of major Canadian national aerospace projects while at the Canadian Space Agency. The biography says he, quote, presided over and participated in large-scale space projects such as the International Space Station, space radar, satellite scientific satellite, and experimental satellite. Oh, wow. His LinkedIn profile said he, quote, participated in most of the recent Canadian space missions
All
as a
right.
technical expert. Interesting. Or a manager.
Or a manager. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if he's lying or if he's actually, like, the RCMP is gonna have to do some digging and figure out if this is him just trying to pad things,
Mm-hmm.
or if he was that involved in things at the CSA. I'm not, like, and I don't know either way because I don't know how things work at the Canadian Space Agency. Like, I'm not sure how much clearance somebody from a different country would get there, right? To head projects like that. I don't.
The kinds of things that I can actually give you a little bit of a brief on this. My little brief experience as a cryptography officer back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
The security issue is, from the outside in, they don't view you as a security issue, really.
Okay.
But blackmail and stuff like that is a reality, I guess.
Yeah, this is so. The RCMP is definitely gonna have to do some work. This carries on to say, SpaceD has said publicly it plans to build, launch, and operate a constellation of 56 small synthetic aperture radar (SAR) satellites. Why? For what
And
purpose, my friends?
and whose idea was that?
Yeah, right.
Who?
Earlier this year, it published high resolution, wide coverage images captured by one of its satellites launched on uh, China's Long March 8th rocket last year. The satellite took images over Asia, North America, South America, Europe, and Antarctica, according to SpaceD's website. Okay, again, why are we taking these pictures? In a press release, the company said its images are comparable to those produced by larger SAR satellites, such as Canada's Redarsat 2. According to the trade publication Space News, the Long March rocket also carried a classified remote sensing technology test satellite developed by the China Academy of Space Technology as part of its payload. So we have a classified remote thing, and a basically ridiculously good camera that was launched, and they want to make 56 of these for some reason,
Because
to see if they can, maybe, I don't know.
that's a pretty artificial way to inflate your economy.
Right?
I mean, it's essentially the government is just giving money away, right?
Yeah.
Now, is that provincial government that's giving that money away, or is that federal government giving that money away?
That would be federal.
That would be the centralized part.
Yeah. So we've got a weird story that I found from in my Discord from Gunfox. It's a Newsweek article. Apparently, a girl found apparently a girl found a large snake in her bedroom, in her bed. I mean, I'm not, like, terrified of snakes, but if I found a snake in my
It would
bed,
focus the mind, wouldn't it?
yeah, I'm like, I had a friend when I was a teenager, and he had a pet snake. He had a Florida King.
Yep.
And its name was Osmodius, and I really, really liked Osmodius. He was a very nice, gentle snake. I, whenever I was visiting, I would, Osmodius would just hang out around my neck and just chill out, and like he would coil himself, but he wouldn't constrict or anything like that.
Yeah.
And he just hung out. Like, he was a really nice snake. But he was only about 5 feet long. Right? So he wasn't that big. And he was probably about the width of, like, if I put all my fingers together like that. He was the width of my fingertips
Gotcha.
put together. So he was a
Yep.
thin.
But that's a mature king snake.
Yeah.
That sounds like a young mature king snake.
Yeah. But if I found like a big freaking like python type snake in my bed,
Mm-hmm.
I think I probably would no longer be amenable to snakes. That's just my prediction.
I think it's the king snake where the female is the one that does not bite very often. The only time a female will bite is if she's on a nest of snakes, of her own little snakes, to defend it. But they basically will do anything to escape. Males are a bit territorial.
Are they?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah, if he got hungry, he was a bit bitey. The Osmodius. If he was hungry, he was like a bit territorial of his terrarium. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, an ad. A video ad. Come on, Newsweek, don't be a dick.
Don't be like Newsweek. Be better than Newsweek.
Exactly. Be better than Newsweek. There, I've paused it. Okay.
Now, is this Newsweek independent of the Daily Beast?
I don't think so.
Because the Daily Beast bought Newsweek. And then,
did they?
And yeah, and they were the ones who, yes, because I was a Newsweek subscriber.
I did.
And they were the ones who
that.
did in the print edition. They did it in. And so voila, it was gone.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
So this says a large python has been found behind a girl's pillows in her bedroom by snake
that's not good at all.
Catchers who have been alerted to its presence by the family. Notably, probably because the little girl probably shrieked to wake the dead. Could you imagine, like, you go to lie down in your bed and there's like, why are my pillows so lumpy? I don't get it. And then you like move your pillows, and voila, there's a python.
That is just a nightmare come to life.
Right? Stuart McKenzie from Sunshine Coast Snake Catchers 24/7 filmed the encounter in the car en route to the house. McKenzie said he had received several calls that evening and had just had another for a, quote, big snake in the bedroom. As he approaches the house, the homeowner directs him to a door that has been barricaded with a mattress. Holy shit. Yeah, they were not playing. He says the snake was in the washing basket, but it
Right.
is no longer there. The Mackenzie scans for the snake, but
But
cannot see it anywhere. Oh, oh my. So I guess the snake wasn't behind the pillows in the first place. It was just like wandering behind, like wandering around, and it was in the like it was in the washing, the basket. Like I guess that's where they found it.
sure, making a nest.
Yeah.
Hey, this
After
this looks cozy. I'll settle down right here.
yeah, after moving a mirror, looking under drawers and the side of the bed, Mackenzie moves towards the head of the bed. He pulls back the pillows to reveal a huge python. There it is. It's behind the bed. That's unbelievable. At the end of the bed, he says. It's not unbelievable at all. You're a snake catcher. You should know this. You do not, quote, you do not belong at the end of a young lady's bed. Oh, God, that's cringy. You're going back in the bush, my friend. And it's a carpet python.
Sure is.
So
Wow.
that's the image that it's a stock image, but that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
image of what was in the little girl's room.
Yep. Under the pillows. Hi. Pull back the pillows, and here I am. But at
So
least the
yeah,
guy knew what he was doing enough to, you know,
carpet.
get the.
So this says carpet pythons are generally shy and non-venomous and do not pose a huge threat, a huge risk to humans. They are a large species growing up to around 10 feet in length. Oh my. So that would be and that would be the thickness probably of my arm. Probably. Maybe a bit larger than that.
Yeah, larger than your arm. Your arm and a quarter.
So in a Facebook post about the encounter, Mackenzie says the snake was a healthy carpet python that's that's crazy, he wrote. If she had have come in minutes later, she wouldn't have seen the snake go behind the bed and may have slept next to a carpet python all night. Oh god.
The night I slept with a carpet python.
Oh, at least it wasn't like a like a boa constrictor or like a big, you know what I mean? Like the or like the Burmese. Like
Yeah,
cuz so many
pythons.
people have pet Burmese that escape and end up in places they shouldn't.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Coiled up in a cupboard somewhere. Pots and
Pincalo
pans.
Pincalo says, "Now why do we live in a place where the wind hurts our face? This is one of the reasons why." Yup.
God, that is so true.
Like there are so many I when I meet blind people that live in Australia, I'm like, please tell me you live in a city somewhere, because like I'm sorry, you can be as independent a blind person as you want, but if you live in the fucking outback,
You
your
could be
chances
toast in
of
a minute.
survival are severely lowered.
Yeah.
Unless you have a service dog that's specifically trained to recognize and kill like scorpions and snakes and freaking bark at kangaroos and like just like there are so many things in Australia that could kill you without you even seeing them. It's like, why would you live there? No.
It's too bad. I think Australia could have been great, but they just made blunder after blunder,
Yep.
made short-sighted decision after short-sighted decision. Now that country is facing some real challenges, I think.
Yeah, Australia and New Zealand.
Oh yeah, yeah. New Zealand, New Zealand's got its chin out there. It's leading the fight with its chin.
Yep.
Reality is about to come with a left hook.
So let's see here. I found this really cool article. Considering that we're both like insane space nerds, I thought we
Mhm.
could read this. NASA enters the solar atmosphere for the first time, bringing new discoveries. A major milestone and new results from NASA's Parker Solar Probe were announced on December 14th in a press conference at the 2021 American Geophysical Union fall meeting in New Orleans. The results have been published in the Physical Review Letters and accepted for publication in the Astrophysics Journal or Astrophysical Journal. This is really cool. For the first time in history, a space probe has touched the sun. NASA's Parker Solar Probe has now flown through the sun's upper atmosphere, the corona, and sampled particles and magnetic fields there. That is so freaking cool.
That is
Like,
cool, but I think to say that that's going through the sun, I've got to give that an asterisk.
yeah,
When you say touch the sun, you got to touch the glowy part.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
The
I
the
do, I
boiling
do.
cauldron of hydrogen. That's the one I want you to touch.
That would be so cool if we could develop a probe that could withstand
Oh, we will. That's just engineering. That's all that
the
is.
pressure.
That's totally doable. Totally doable.
And then you know where we should send it first to test it though? Jupiter.
Oh, and put like a just a monster radio transmitter
Yep.
on it. The thing just is so ruggedized it could get deep into the. Be interesting to see what it could sense down there.
Like could you imagine if you could get into the atmosphere of Jupiter or Saturn to hear what the like the lightning the like sounds like when it crackles through the atmosphere because there's enough atmosphere for sound like definitely for sound waves to travel. We just can't hear it because we're not able to, stick our heads out there. um,
Yeah,
but it would be cool, and it would be cool if we could do that with a probe for the sun too. Like stick a monster radio transmitter on there and just take a sampling of what
take it all the way down
yeah.
till it stops transmitting,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can record that, and then I'll say, yeah, then you have touched the sun. That's the sun. That's
I agree.
the boiling cauldron of fusing hydrogen.
So this says the new milestone marks one major step for Parker solar probe and one giant leap for solar science. Oh. Boo! Just as uh, landing on the moon allowed scientists to understand how it was formed, touching the very stuff the sun is made of, you haven't done that. You've just touched its corona. Will help scientists uncover critical information about our closest star and its influence on the solar system. Well, the corona, I don't know what the corona is going to tell you about that, but
The corona is going to have the emissions
mm-hmm.
that come from that have escaped the surface of the sun. It's going to give you a very rich data field, actually, of mineable information. I know why they're going for that. Or at least the theory, what the theory is.
Am I the only one who's a giant Star Trek nerd that's going metaphasic shielding? Metaphasic shielding.
That's all they need.
Quote, Parker's solar probe touching the sun is a monumental moment for solar science and a truly remarkable feat, said Thomas Zurbuchen,
Zerbrucken? Is it
the,
Zerbrucken?
the associate administrator for the science mission, director at NASA headquarters in Washington. Quote, not only does this milestone provide us with deeper insight into our sun's evolution and its impacts on our solar system, but everything we learn from our own star also teaches us more about stars in the rest of the universe. I guess it teaches us more about that type of star in the universe. But until you're able to sample other stars the way you're sampling ours, then
Well, yeah, you can't.
you're
You
not
don't know.
going to know anything about any other star in the universe besides this one.
Actually, the information that they'll get is just in being able to have a particle sample that pure. That will aid them in doing some particle research. It really will. It will advance the science. I guarantee you.
I hope so. This is like I really do hope that like because if we can find other stars with the same particle signature
Mm-hmm.
as ours, then we might be able to focus in our planet, like our exoplanet hunting telescopes, to
Because
those
space
specifically.
is really big.
Yeah, yeah.
The word big doesn't even.
It's an understatement.
It's
Vast isn't even.
effectively infinite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
For practical purposes, outside our limits, way
but
outside
yeah,
our limits.
absolutely. And it, like, there are some times when I just stand when I'm just waiting for the kids at school, when I go to pick them up, and I'm just standing there going, you know, I'm standing on a big ball of rock that is technically not even a very big ball of rock, spinning around a star that is huge but technically not even that big in reference to most of the stars that we've discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Floating in an arm of a giant galaxy that's one
Actually,
of.
we're in a sublimb of
Yeah,
a limb.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just stand there and I'm going, holy and then before I can get too existential and depressed, something in my head goes, makes you feel sort of small and insignificant, doesn't it? It does, yeah. Well, can I have your liver then?
Could be a liver then.
All right.
All right. The universe song. I love it so much.
Because you can't get to, like, if you start thinking about all of that, like, it can get it first. It gets awe-inspiring, and then it very quickly gets very depressing, because you're like, even if there is life out there, how far away is it, right? And
Right. No.
like, or would we even, like, even if it was intelligent life, would we even be able to communicate with it? How different would it be? Like, just, you can't, like, it very quickly turns from wow to that's lonely.
Yeah. It's kind of sad.
It is.
It's kind of You know, what are you gonna say?
It's this weird mixture of sad awe.
And
It
bewilderment too, in a way
mm-hmm.
too.
Bewilderment, yeah. That and you wonder like, and then you sit there and you go, with all of our instruments and with all of what we've discovered up to now, we're honestly still just as befuddled as the Greeks and the Romans were when they looked up at the sky and were like, okay, that's Romulus and that's Jupiter and that's like just where do and these are gods, like what I
Mhm.
mean, like we're just as befuddled as those people that thought that those were gods in the sky. Like we just
You're
have
not wrong.
name we just have names for everything, and we know sort of kind of a very small amount of why, but we really don't know anything.
We we don't know what.
Yeah.
It's the fact that we don't know what. That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whys can be delved into once you know what the what is.
Yeah.
I sound like Bill Clinton.
And I don't know, depends on what is.
What the meaning of the word is. Fool.
What a moron. Oh my god.
And
I can't believe just
in, entrapped in a hate hell of a marriage.
yeah. Like I kind of do feel sorry
Kind of,
for him, but at the same time I
yeah.
don't, cuz he's like a horrible man who has like actively assaulted people.
Oh, I know.
So
Paid
he
him
kind
off.
of so he kind of deserves his hate hell of a marriage. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. And in as much as um, he is evil, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't. He
They're
doesn't
both
look like
evil.
he's going to last much longer. By the way, his appearance. Bill Clinton is, and he gets very few pictures taken these days.
Oh,
But the
does
ones
he?
that come out, he looks like he's about 100.
Oh, wow. And he's
Yeah,
only what, in his 70s or 80s?
yeah. So he's probably close to 80.
Yeah. That would make sense. Cuz if because Biden is 80, right?
Yeah,
Is he
and
80 yet? Or is he still he's
he's
79, right?
79. He's
Yeah.
79. That's what it is.
That's what I thought.
So the
So that would make Bill Clinton probably about 76, maybe 77. Like,
hang on. 75 years old.
75. Okay. Yeah. But he looks like he's 100.
Oh my gosh. He just uh his neck is all drawn and skinny, and
Oh, no.
his head is oversized and wobbly, and he looks all knobby, like his flesh is wasting away.
Oh, God.
Other than that, he looks fine, except for the fact that his face looks like it's decaying. But other than that, he's
other,
okay.
other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play?
Exactly.
Well, my friends, you have spent an hour with us, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves. It's always a pleasure bringing these streams to you guys. And so remember to come back Friday. I do apologize that there was no Twitch stream last night. My oldest kind of woke up and needed help getting back to sleep. So Neither Twitch nor my appearance on Minions, which I wanted to do, happened, which sucks, but we'll figure some. I'll be back on Twitch tomorrow night. I'm not sure if I'll be doing anything on Friday because we might leave for the cottage Friday night. But
I'm hosting.
Oh, are
Friday
you on
night.
Friday? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm hosting Minions.
if I'm available, I will.
Please come on.
I will pop in.
Thank you. I'll put it in usual places.
Also, I will be doing the Star Trek stream from the cottage this weekend, and we're gonna do episodes that we thought stood out as like ones I would say that aren't our favorite, but ones that still kind of get the honorable mention. Do you know what I mean? The ones that are good but aren't like our favorite good. And this is for all 5 series that we watch. So, you know, anything that you can think of from any series. And because I'm watching the original series right now in described video, I'm like, oh, this one's good. Oh, and this one's good too.
It really makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does. I'm in a piece of the action is what I'm watching right now.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm
Trouble
so
with
happy.
Tribbles was great in described video. That was awesome.
Awesome.
Where like I didn't know the Tribbles were all over the plates and in the cups when Kirk is like, "This is my chicken sandwich and coffee. I don't care what it takes. I want these things off my ship." I had no idea the Tribbles were like all over the dishes and stuff. It was great.
Oh man.
I can't.
And that episode holds up today.
It does. It really does.
That's to me is a sign of near greatness.
And I can't wait to get to the other series with described video. It's gonna be great.
Oh, for sure.
Especially when Q gets there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's
Oh, all right.
That would be awesome. But anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for listening to us. And Blind Press, thank you for having me on. You were so gracious to have me on every couple of weeks. And we'll see you guys. I'm hosting Minions on Friday, so stop on by. Usual time 10:30. And I've got
guys.
2 dogs fighting at my feet right now.
Oh, fun!
Stop that.
All right, guys. You have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you on Twitch tomorrow night and back here on Friday. All right, guys. Bye.
Woof.